Have you ever felt the sting of being ignored by your own children? That sinking feeling of talking only for your words to seem like they vanish into thin air? You've given so much: love, time, sacrifices, and yet here you are, feeling invisible. It's frustrating, isn't it? And it's easy to want to yell or lecture. But does that really solve the problem? Or does it just make things worse? If you're ready to learn how to navigate these moments with calm and purpose, grab your favorite cup of coffee or tea, take a deep breath, and settle in. Let's take this journey together. And if this resonates with you, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tips and insights to build stronger relationships and a calmer, more intentional life. 1. Create moments of connection outside of conflict. Imagine this. You've had a long day, and your child dismisses your words with an eye roll. It's infuriating, and your first instinct might be to react sharply. But pause and reflect. What if instead of escalating the situation, you chose a calmer and more thoughtful response? The Stoics teach us that every challenge is an opportunity for growth. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This wisdom encourages us to look beyond our immediate anger and understand that our child's behavior may not stem from a lack of respect, but perhaps from their own frustrations, insecurities, or struggles. To approach this constructively, think about the power of connection. Building moments of understanding outside of conflict is often more effective than trying to repair them during an argument. Start with small gestures. Share a simple meal together where the focus is on enjoying each other's company, not correcting behavior. Take time to laugh at something lighthearted, perhaps a shared memory or a funny video, or ask about their day with genuine curiosity. These moments are more than just pleasant distractions. They create trust and lay the groundwork for deeper communication. By fostering these small, positive interactions, you're setting the stage for smoother discussions during more challenging times. When disagreements arise, they can feel less overwhelming because a foundation of mutual respect already exists. These shared experiences become a safe space where dialogue can flow without defensiveness or anger. For example, if a disagreement occurs, you might draw on those moments by saying, "I know we both care about our time together. Let's work through this calmly so we can move forward." Connecting during calm times builds a reservoir of goodwill that helps diffuse tension when conflicts inevitably appear. Over time, this consistent choice of connection over conflict does more than just solve immediate problems. It nurtures a long-term relationship built on trust, empathy, and understanding. Your child begins to see you not just as a disciplinarian, but as a partner in their growth and someone who values their perspective. This dynamic doesn't just resolve arguments, but transforms your relationship into one defined by harmony and mutual respect. Choosing this path may take more effort up front, but the rewards in terms of a lasting bond and a peaceful home are well worth it. 2. Show understanding without giving in. Envision this. Your child storms off, slamming the door or shouting in frustration after a disagreement. It's easy to feel like it's a personal attack, a challenge to your authority, or even a rejection of the love and care you've given. But these moments, as difficult as they are, often reveal more about your child's inner struggles than about their relationship with you. They could be feeling overwhelmed, unheard, or simply testing the boundaries you've set. This is where the wisdom of Stoicism becomes invaluable. Seneca famously said, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." By pausing before reacting, you give yourself the opportunity to understand the situation with clarity and empathy, avoiding the spiral of emotional reactions. The first step in handling such a scenario is to acknowledge your child's feelings without condoning their actions. For example, calmly saying, "I see you're upset and I'd like to understand why," shows that you're willing to listen while still holding your role as a guide. This acknowledgement validates their emotions, helping them feel heard, but it also subtly reinforces the boundaries that ensure respect in your relationship. It's a delicate balance to strike, offering understanding without crossing into permissiveness. From a practical standpoint, remaining calm in these moments offers an invaluable teaching opportunity. Instead of reacting in anger or issuing immediate punishment, create a space for constructive conversation. For instance, Later, when emotions have cooled, sit with your child and discuss why their behavior was unacceptable and explore better ways for them to express their feelings. Ask open-ended questions like, "What made you so upset earlier?" Or, "How could we handle this differently next time?" These discussions not only address the specific incident, but also teach them emotional regulation and the art of effective communication, essential life skills that extend far beyond your home. The long-term benefits of this approach are profound. By consistently addressing conflicts with patience and wisdom, you build a relationship with your child that is rooted in mutual respect and trust. They come to see you as not just a disciplinarian, but as a steadfast presence who values their perspective while guiding them with care. This dynamic fosters a healthier interaction pattern, where your child feels secure in expressing their thoughts and emotions, knowing they will be met with understanding, not judgment. Over time, this practice transforms your family dynamic. Conflicts become less about immediate resolution and more about growth and learning. Your child learns to navigate their emotions responsibly, and you reinforce your role as a model of emotional strength and thoughtful action. These moments, though challenging, become the foundation for a more harmonious family life, one where mutual respect and understanding prevail. 3. Set the example you want to see. Picture this. Your child reacts with disrespect, perhaps by talking back or refusing to listen. It's a frustrating moment that challenges your patience and composure. As parents, the immediate urge might be to correct their behavior with a sharp reprimand or lengthy lecture. Yet Stoicism teaches us a deeper lesson. Actions speak louder than words. Children are always watching, and they learn more from our actions than our instructions. When faced with such situations, the critical question becomes, am I modeling the behavior I want to see? As Epictetus reminds us, no man is free who is not master of himself. This timeless wisdom underscores the importance of self-mastery as a cornerstone of effective parenting. To navigate these moments effectively, start by pausing to regain composure. Take a deep breath and remind yourself that this is an opportunity to demonstrate the behavior you wish to instill in your child. Establish clear and consistent boundaries, communicating expectations calmly and directly. For instance, you might say, "I understand that you're upset, but speaking to me that way is not acceptable. Let's discuss this when we're both calm." This response addresses the behavior without escalating the conflict, creating space for reflection and accountability. Consistency is vital in enforcing these boundaries. By calmly reiterating expectations each time they are tested, you reinforce the importance of respect and discipline as core values in your family. Over time, your child begins to internalize these principles, recognizing that self-control and thoughtful communication are non-negotiable standards. The long-term benefits of this approach are profound. By maintaining composure and modeling self-discipline, you teach your child invaluable emotional skills, the ability to regulate their feelings, navigate conflicts constructively, and approach challenges with resilience. Moreover, this practice fosters mutual respect and trust, transforming your relationship into one characterized by harmony and cooperation, rather than constant power struggles. In essence, you are not just addressing the immediate behavior, but laying a strong foundation for a lifetime of growth, understanding, and meaningful connection. 4. Keep your emotions in check. Imagine this. Your child snaps at you in frustration or blatantly ignores your request. It feels personal, like a direct challenge to your authority, and the urge to react immediately is strong. The heat of the moment can make it feel as though your patience is being tested beyond its limits. But this is precisely the moment to pause and reflect. Stoicism teaches us that while we cannot control others' actions, we can control our responses. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This principle is a guiding light in such challenging moments, reminding us that our peace of mind need not be dictated by external circumstances. When faced with disrespect, recognize that their behavior does not define you. It's not a reflection of your worth as a parent, but rather an opportunity to model the self-control you want them to learn. Begin by taking a deep breath and grounding yourself in the present. This simple act of mindfulness allows you to step back from the emotional charge of the situation and regain clarity. Responding calmly doesn't mean condoning their behavior. It means addressing it thoughtfully and with purpose. For example, you might say, "I can see you're upset. Let's talk about this when we're both calmer." This approach diffuses tension and sets the stage for constructive dialogue. Taking this measured approach has ripple effects. Over time, it teaches your child the value of emotional regulation and respectful communication. They begin to see that frustration or anger can be handled without escalation, and this understanding becomes a cornerstone of their emotional intelligence. By modeling calmness and composure, you demonstrate how to handle conflicts effectively, setting an example they are likely to emulate. In practice, this means viewing every conflict as a teaching moment. Consider addressing the behavior later when emotions have cooled, to reinforce lessons about accountability and empathy. For example, you might revisit the incident by saying, "Earlier, when you were upset, how do you think your words made others feel?" Such questions encourage introspection and guide your child toward understanding the impact of their actions. It's not about assigning blame, but fostering growth and self-awareness. The long-term benefits of this practice extend far beyond resolving single disagreements. By remaining calm and composed, you protect your peace while also nurturing a more harmonious relationship with your child. This dynamic fosters mutual respect and understanding, creating a home environment where conflicts are opportunities for learning rather than sources of division. Over time, you'll find that these moments of tension, handled with grace and thoughtfulness, become the building blocks of a stronger, more resilient bond with your child. 5. Set clear boundaries calmly. Consider this familiar scenario. Your child speaks to you in a tone that feels sharp or disrespectful. The immediate temptation might be to raise your voice, assert your authority, or dole out a punishment. These responses, while instinctive, often escalate tensions rather than resolve them. Stoicism offers a different approach, one grounded in clarity and compassion. Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This philosophy encourages us to pause and respond thoughtfully, even when emotions are high. The first step in addressing such behavior is setting boundaries calmly and firmly. Instead of reacting emotionally, you could say, "I understand you're upset, but we don't talk to each other like that. Let's try again." This simple statement acknowledges their feelings while maintaining the expectation of respectful communication. It shifts the dynamic from one of punishment to one of guidance, encouraging your child to reflect on and correct their behavior. To make this method effective, consistency is essential. Reiterate your expectations every time boundaries are tested, using the same calm and firm tone. This persistence shows your child that respect and accountability are non-negotiable values in your relationship. Over time, these consistent actions reinforce the importance of these principles, helping your child internalize them as part of their character. The benefits of this approach go beyond resolving a single disagreement. By addressing behavior without hostility, you build a foundation of trust and mutual understanding. Your child learns to navigate their emotions and communicate effectively, skills that will serve them throughout their lives. Furthermore, your calm and thoughtful responses create an environment where they feel safe to express themselves without fear of judgment or harsh reactions. In the long term, this approach strengthens the bond between you and your child. They begin to see you not just as an authority figure, but as a reliable guide who values their perspective while providing structure and care. This dynamic fosters a relationship rooted in respect and trust, laying the groundwork for healthier, more harmonious interactions in the future. Most importantly, it transforms conflicts into opportunities for growth and connection, ensuring that your relationship evolves and thrives over time. 6. Give them space to reflect. Imagine this. After a moment of tension, you've addressed your child's behavior, but what comes next is just as crucial as the conversation itself. Reflection is where true growth happens, both for you and your child. The Stoics remind us that understanding stems from thoughtful introspection. Marcus Aurelius emphasized this timeless truth. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. By stepping back and allowing your child the time and space to process the situation, you encourage a deeper understanding of their actions and their impact on others. Fostering this kind of reflection begins with creating a safe environment for dialogue. It's not about assigning blame or pointing fingers, but about guiding your child to think critically and empathetically. For example, later in a calm moment, you might ask, "Earlier, when you raised your voice, how do you think it made others feel?" Questions like this prompt self-awareness without shame, encouraging your child to take responsibility for their actions and consider alternative responses in the future. But reflection doesn't always require immediate discussion. Sometimes allowing them quiet time to think on their own can be equally powerful. Encourage journaling, drawing, or even quiet walks as ways to process emotions. These tools help children recognize that self-regulation and introspection are natural parts of growth. You can support this by modeling the same behavior yourself, taking time to reflect on your own reactions, and showing them how to turn mistakes into opportunities for learning. The ultimate goal is not punishment, but growth. Guiding your child toward maturity and responsibility means teaching them that mistakes are not the end, but the beginning of new understanding. Over time, these moments of reflection build emotional intelligence and self-regulation. They learn that their actions have consequences, both positive and negative, and that they have the power to choose responses that align with their values. The long-term value of this approach cannot be overstated. It equips your child with tools that will serve them well into adulthood, the ability to pause, reflect, and respond thoughtfully. It also strengthens your relationship, creating a dynamic rooted in mutual respect and trust. By prioritizing reflection over reaction, you set the stage for a healthier, more understanding bond that can weather life's inevitable challenges. Together, you build not only a moment of peace, but a lifelong framework for thoughtful, compassionate interaction. Parenting is a journey, not a destination. Each step we take, staying calm, setting boundaries, creating connection, helps us build a stronger, more lasting bond with our children. It's not just about solving the issue at hand. It's about creating a foundation of respect, trust, and understanding that will serve both you and your child in the long run. Remember to choose your battles wisely. Not every challenge needs immediate attention. Focus on what truly matters. Celebrate their positive efforts, no matter how small, and be willing to admit your own mistakes. Parenting isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up with intention and love. If this approach resonates with you, start practicing it today. Take small steps and commit to the process of growth for yourself and your child. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with others who might find it helpful. Together, we can create a calmer, more connected world for our families.